by the Cowboys offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Ross Blacklock on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 35. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action, Prescott out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott, he'll buy some time right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Inside give to Elliott. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 21. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 40.
What's up, man?
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Just power football there down near the goal line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defense,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make the
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he stops near the 35 at the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
1st down, Prescott. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there.
Man, I've been all right.
This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
His tenure is 97%. His vertical leap is 94%.
He's got a man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, big man with the ball. Man, bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From the 3 now. Here they come on 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott.
Oh,
He's intercepted at the goal line. And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
I am. That's
Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, they're the huge.
We're ready for football, but that too will be wonderful.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Prescott on 1st down. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. loss with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't
Going
he?
super conservative from here on out.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They
I love
really
it.
get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's not very conservative with
He's
your
got
catch.
it. He got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I'll have to read it. I think I killed it once this came out.
And give him a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays.
But I'm definitely down, for sure.
6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Every time I want to hit that post.
Play action now, Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively.
Of course.
They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Came out midnight Monday. So Tuesday morning, first time I
They
got
go
it.
back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 121 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running
It's
game
pretty
for the most
much
part.
looks the
It's
same
followed
as
down
the other
there.
one,
Took
right?
a nice burst there, picked up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said.
I swear the only reason why I do it is so I don't have to mess with the rosters all the time.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
2 deep safeties again.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good
3 days early.
It's a
If you
6-yard
pre-ordered it, you
ground,
got
and that'll
it
make
3
it
days
2nd and
early.
4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep
With my
going back
crappy
to it.
offensive line, I'm like 6-6 on the season, just struggling to try to make the playoffs.
On 2nd down and 4, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up in big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And my kicker sucks.
Marr able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. And with with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you on over. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
That part's new. How it comes
From
up
the
after a
6.
kick. That's kind of cool. Oof.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
I can't find a good offense I like at all.
A first down throw for Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A first down carry by Elliott. He'll get this to about the 38.
For stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Post looks good. They're going to trick me.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
My line is ass.
Jonathan Grenard has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best
Right
defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott being chased out left. And this one is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Got that little bubble, man.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
All's good. Job and everything's going well.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I'm playing like the workout.
That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield.
Right on. Man, we're doing good. It's freaking hot. So
the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
It's been like 108 for like 2.5 months.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have played neutral, don't you?
I wouldn't have stepped outside
Neutral would have
once.
strongly been preferred. They'll take
At
anything
all.
positive
Oh my
at
goodness.
this point. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception. But it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now they're in the hurry up.
For sure, buddy. Have a good dinner.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Oh, I got nothing.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Oh!
He's got it at the 15.
Ah!
And he'll go out of
That's
bounds
how you leave him
inside
on
the
a good play.
15-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 147 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Running wide side, Elliott. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Prescott to throw it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. Tolbert hauls in the out route. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Prescott. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And that's Elliott, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Here's Prescott. Able to find Gallup. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now Prescott. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now Dak. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One last shot now for Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Texans are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. But, Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that